So before you came, I went on, obviously I wanted to do some research because Macaroni. I went on your wiki.
Yeah.
I saw that you are going to one school. You said something politics. I mean, you come out. Yeah, another school you come out. Like this politics, this freedom fighter thing. It has affected a lot. It has affected you a lot.
Absolutely.
Cost you a lot of degrees. Cost you. You went to prison. You went to jail
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Like, why do you keep on doing it?
That's me, and it can't change for any bagger. You would never. That's me.
But how do you start? How do you become that person?
I think it started from secondary school. It was from secondary school I knew I didn't want to be cheated, or I didn't want for people around me to be cheated. I was head boy in secondary school, and as a matter of fact, I was the only head boy that was suspended and debadged.
How did they suspend head boy? How did they suspend head boy?
You be ethical. When you like an academic, you dey pass. You dey.
One thing about me is I sabi book.
Oh, good.
I sabi book. Now, why people will want victimize me, we want use book say we will fail him. They always get it wrong because the teachers will say, if not book, that boy sabi book. Oh. So use another thing. So I was debadged. I was suspended because I fought the system. They were serving us food. Sometimes food will finish. Sometimes what I was in secondary school, private, and people were paying. I was like, are you people joking? So there was one time I took the food that they served in the kitchen. I took it to the principal's house. So I didn't know he had an international guest with him. If I knew, I'm not sure whether I go see do am.
Before see go later.
But if I just wait and guess there, okay, I will come back.
But so I was very angry with some other prefects. I said, see, Mr. Principal, see, look at what they are serving. He hand fall. Look, I say, which kind of boy is this? So of course he just said, oh, sorry, just do it. When that man go,
he can't show you.
What? You know, so it was from that moment. I've always been that way. I would rather take the pain than not say my mind or say my mind for people around me. So from that time till now, it's just me.
You've been leading the rebellion.
You get debadged, you get expelled, you get suspended, certificate taken from you, jail, everything.
That one was interesting because, you know, we took the school to court.
I think that was the first time I heard of Mr. Macaroni.
That
was like my first introduction
because
to
it was.
You heard about him before?
Yeah, I heard about him and one school. I don't know if we can mention the school.
Then I never started creating content. It was I think it was 2016 or thereabout. You know, and I was expelled, and then we took the school to court, and we won.
Okay.
And you know, I got my certificate. As a matter of fact, the lawyer that represented us is in government now. Make I live on my dad.
You go gossip when they're off camera.
Yeah, you know, so that one too was, you know, because I was president of the student association, and there were a lot of things I did not agree with the school management on.
So you can't fight school again?
Because our parents, you know, a lot of parents pay through their noses to send. I always tell people, say some parents, they send their pikin go private school, not be say because they fear afford them, now because they just want better something for that child. So it's not enough to now go to a private university and basic amenities, services, water, food, things one I don't collect money for. Now problem. I said no. So and you are not doing us a favor. If the school not charity now for live now, but you are not doing, and I've never been in a position of authority, especially a position I'm called to represent the people. I ran for office unopposed as president of the student association. So if I've been given that amount of trust and confidence by the student body that I go, you know, say you go do them, I go come reach there, I no go fit talk. So I used to tell them at the time that I said, I'm the #1 student in this school. If I say this is what the students want, it's what they want. And you must do it. So throughout my stay in school, he had to see anything to take hold of me. We no go use graduates. Whether I chop money as student association president, now school owe my administration money. Because as we enter, I make sure myself and other ESCOs, they contributed money that we used to start the administration. And we did not collect that money back. So when they reconcile the audit and everything, our school owes us money, it will not be us. They use book. I was on a 4.8 2, 3. I was supposed to finish with first class, even though we say I carry student association matter for head. I sabi book. I beg. I know book. So you know if you hold me with that one. If now woman, I like woman.
Oh, yeah.
But I was very careful because I know they are looking for me.
Yeah.
So then in my office, you know, some freaky could just come. Oh, Mr. President. The vice president, nah, girl. I said, please go and meet your vice president.
That's what it's supposed to be.
You know, so it was very hard to pin me down with something that this boy will not graduate. So he had to take a Facebook post that I did, even after I finished school. I was just awaiting graduation. I defended my project. It was done. It was done. So they saw the post where I don't call anybody name. You cannot say that this is the name of the school in that post. But they somehow said I was referring to the school and I was expelled for it. They didn't have a case. So we took the school to court. But then we're not very good friends.
So while all this was going on, the creative this was still you, somebody who wanted to be in the arts?
Yes. You know, now the focus was on acting, performance. But more, I wanted to do more stage performance.
Did you always know like this is what you wanted to do, like in terms of acting?
Performance, yes.
Yeah, what were you studying in this?
In theater arts. I did theater arts. I finished with theater arts. Yeah. So, but then my other schools now law. Now law I start with when I finished when I got admission into university, 2009. I was 15 then, you know, and that was Lee City. It was law. So. Lee City University, I went to the North American University in Cotonou, law also. I started again, you know, then I can't go to February University for Ekiti. That one will be law. Now that time, after Udegbe, I told my parents.
I think that was even a sign.
I told my parents I'm not doing law again because I was always fighting. No, this is wrong. And you know Nigerian universities, they just feel if they're in a position of authority, you cannot talk to them. You cannot challenge them. You cannot ask questions. So I said, look, you be like say I go still continue my fight, but make I go do course where we say I really want to do acting, performance. Make I do course where they related to that. So I started with English and Media Communications in Afebara University. I did just a year. You know, now theater I want to do, but they don't get theater. So moved to Redeemers University where I now did theater.
So you started from Nollywood.
Absolutely.
You're a Nollywood guy.
Absolutely.
Can you remember like your first paying role as compared to your first paying role in skit making?
When I started for Nollywood, they didn't pay. And now when producer come,
but can you remember like maybe the first payment someone give you and you're like, okay, maybe this acting thing
for
Nollywood, yeah.
It had to be Wale Adenuga Productions. I think Super Story at the time. But but no be major role.
Waka pass.
My brother, now we the step of pop that year. Now we the step of pop for lead actor to come by. Or now we go sit down for restaurants. And all those roles now my speciality.
If I remember your first, can you remember your first paying role for skit making? Remember, so let me pay you for.
Oh, bro, you know I started content creation 2019, late 2019. And I think it was sometime in that 2019.
You didn't take time? From starting to earning, you didn't take time?
It didn't take time. I don't know. I don't know how.
Interesting.
I don't know how. But now God, but I don't understand. I started and
it just
and I never wanted to start doing it. I've always looked at it then, and they see all the broda shaggi then.
You're thinking, I'm in Nollywood.
Hey now, look, what are these boys doing? Come, let me tell you how we do it in theater.
This is interesting because I was going to ask. A friend of mine said something, and I wanted your take. Yeah. So apparently he had seen, I think Sabinus or Brain Jotter, one of these guys. He had seen them do stand-up, and he found out that they were really good. Yeah. So he feels like these people, a lot of skit makers are original comedians, like original stand-up comedians, but there is no platform for comedians in Nigeria. So everybody, they go with skits because there is no platform for Nigerian comedians. Yeah. Is that true?
Me, I won't be able to relate because I don't be stand-up comedian.
Okay, I'm more of an actor.
Yes, I be actor. When I start to do when myself, now frustration and depression lead me to content creation.
What was going on with you before?
The roles were not coming.
Right.
I was tired of fanning the king. They fan Igwe all the time. I was tired of fanning Igwe and selling puff in film. Now me go to tell people, say, see me now. They go, see your face, no sure. I say, hey, you don't see my head. You recognize the head. For how long? So it was just frustration. Comedy, how? When people say they don't, what's that guy doing? I don't find it funny. Trust me, no offense. Because I'm shocked that I can make you laugh.
You didn't even think you were funny.
Yeah. Now frustration lead me to the thing. So trust me. I was at Pencil's show, I think last week. I saw Brain Jotter. Then I don't think we waited for Sabinus' performance, but these guys, I've seen them on stage.
They're funny.
And they kill.
Like beautiful stand-up comedians, but I can't relate. Sorry. If I go for shows like that, give me 5 minutes. Let me just do, are you there? Everybody will shout. I don't run. Even I was having a discussion with Bobby a while back, and I was saying, why they fear? You can't do this thing, hard. I said, Papa, make I still day this my day first. So I think for some of them, a good number of them, yes, and that really helped them transition into content creation. And of course, they will be right about the platform too, because it's not only stand-up comedy.
We don't
get platform. Even as an actor, that's what I'm talking about being tired. I was being frustrated, because I wasn't getting the kind of roles I wanted to get. It was just looking like I was wasting my time. So for the budding artist, you hardly find what's the word now? You hardly find that push, that availability, that you want to try this out and you will succeed. It has to take a lot of a lot of this one. In fact, some will tell you to go and bring money to come and register with them. They're not going to give you any role to do. Some will tell you, also we have say sleep with me and no sleep with you, different things to and still sometimes you won't even get anything from it. So platforms, budding artists, no, trust me, budding artists are really going through it, because it takes a lot to be recognized in the Nigerian entertainment industry.
How did the brand start? That mrmacaroni brand. I know they're like different. You do like different characters, but the most popular one. Yeah. How do you know that? Okay, maybe now I want to start wearing your signature agbada. Yeah. How did the brand start?
That was when. So I said late 2019, right? And I think it was from August thereabouts. I wasn't wearing agbada August. I think I started wearing agbada from September. I can't really remember. So but that August, so I just just normal, just try. I don't know which they do then, honestly. I was just tired. So but I think that September I come that agbada, now the agbada where I used to do my birthday shoot for that same year. No, I've used it in 2018. I use them. Yeah. I just look, see, make I even try like elderly man. Maybe I see fine girl. I want to touch her, she just slap me. Say, maybe people go find them. And that was exactly what I did.
You had no idea you were about to launch an iconic outfit.
At all. I just make I test them. So I just carry the agbada wear. That cap is my father's cap. I carry the cap. I went in the house, I just come out. I just call person with the camera. I record this thing. I do and I just put them. So one character I was playing with before was an old school teacher.
Yeah.
That character wearing suspenders like this. Yeah. So people, now only my friends, they comment, because I don't feel like say 3,000 to 4,000, 5,000 followers because of some people who know me from Nollywood with style. Okay. You understand? So when I started putting those ones, nobody they look, and only my friends they could just comment. So that one why I can't put that, but I just drop them. I just say more people comment on top of them. Say, I put that for my WhatsApp status. People they put that, I look, I say, wow. So my friends come message me, say, this one I really like. This one enter. All those that one way they do before now rubbish. You know if you just tell you.
I like friends like that. They support you no matter what.
Just when you don't give up. That one I know says this one I like. So I started to now intentionally create. You get it. To now create content around that singular character, and that was it.
Do you know how blown you are? Do you know that francophone people love the fuck out of you?
I know.
Do you get the feedback from them?
In fact, a lot of them. The truth is, I've never traveled out of Nigeria. Nobody will believe. But we get a lot of inquiries, a lot of bookings. They want me personally. Now fear. I don't know why. I don't know why fear they catch
Flying
me.
or traveling or
Flying
just,
out.
okay.
It has always been since small. So you see, so now next year I want to do now, you know, we're planning for something next year. But I've never just done it. Even my team, they go say, they go come in, they go say, this is macaroni self. Because if I want fly out, all of us go together, I will definitely, you know. So, but from the way we get calls from those places, I know very well.
Freedom fighters know they ever like that. They're too comfortable at home.
Yeah, because I don't know. Before now, I've always believed that this Niger, we die here. And that we die here, now one of the mentalities will really affect us as a people is a mentality survival thing, and is a curse. A survival mentality rather is a curse. The average Nigerian is cursed with a mentality of survival. And Nigeria, we could survive.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's crazy.
If you survive for Nigeria, if you survive for anywhere.
Survive anywhere.
So your politicians will give you the barest minimum because they know you will survive. Trust me, if they say fuel 1 liter, tomorrow is 5,000.
We'll still adjust and buy.
If you shout small, but they will not sustain. We will not sustain it. You go see small time. Everybody will just increase what their respective businesses. They don't have food, anything, they go and move on. It's a curse. It's not a blessing. So until Nigerians start learning to succeed instead of survive, it go hard.
Wait, so I don't know whether it was NSAS or the memorial one. The one where there was a video of you getting arrested.
It was
inside the bus.
It was the memorial.
It was memorial.
Yes.
So that
it was not memorial, reopening.
Reopening, right.
They wanted to reopen.
So you're in this place.
Yeah.
And this thing's about to happen. Even right from when maybe you know that police, they're not in the area and stuff. You must have known that shit like that was going to go down. No, at least maybe 5 minutes before you were told.
You think you're going to be arrested? Or just maybe they will just
That's what I'm saying. You must have known that it wasn't safe.
Yes, I had the feeling I would be arrested. In all honesty, I didn't have the feeling that I would be brutalized or dehumanized. But in my mind, I knew they could arrest
push you
me.
inside out.
Yes.
So my question is, and you stayed. You could have bailed. You for don't jazz more, maybe go far and come back later.
Where I want Jago? The people we know how many head they carry? So, and it was because of those people I went out initially. So if they have not released those people, why should I run?
Wait, you know the fear. You know the fear.
I didn't fear now.
I mean, what was that Lagos? Is it prison or jail? What was it like? What was the experience like?
Hey, my brother. So let me just quickly say that nobody they will know the fear. I think sometimes you get afraid of certain things, but what you stand for, your principles, your ideology, what you believe in is bigger than the fear. It's bigger than anything. So that's why when I want to talk, I talk. But you know, and now I don't know. In Nigeria, they always get the feeling say we're supposed to fear politician. Excuse me. I made a couple of tweets some days back talking about the level of incompetence so far by the governor of Lagos State. People say, I said, governor, excuse me, the governor works for me. I can never understand it. If you as the people do not realize that the politicians...
They're here to serve us.
Yeah, you're here to serve me. And if the governor himself does not realize that he's there to serve me, then there's a problem. There is a serious problem. That means he doesn't realize, he doesn't know what leadership should be. You understand? He doesn't understand the concept of leadership as to service and selflessness and sacrifice. So when I complain as a citizen of Lagos State, you must listen. When I say people are dying, people are being kidnapped, people are being brutalized on the streets of Lagos, you must address it immediately because your citizen is talking to you. You must listen. So fear a good day, but that purpose is bigger than it.
Yeah, there's one of all those invitations I think that you received and then you had rejected. Okay, so I remember the one pastor that says, and after all your many English, say, and therefore I will be rejecting or declining the offer. And you know, saying, man, no, like this, like so I will be rejecting or declining the offer. When I read, I'm like, my nigga, don't go. Which work where?
Before for lasting peace, there has to be acceptance.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about throwing apologies left and right. First, do you accept that you have erred? I can say I'm sorry without accepting
that you did any wrong.
I did any wrong. Then after you accept that you have done a wrong, you must be willing to correct that wrong then that's when people will know that, okay, if I jam you now, my brother, sorry. I don't show already, say I know me now. You know, so now one of the problems, politicians, they just want to save face. When they tell you, oh, come, let's talk. They just want you in a room and you snap pictures and that's it. Because they will pretend that they are listening to everything you say there without any change. If you want to know my stand on the situation of things in the country, go to my social media.
You said it countless times.
Countless times. I'm saying it here, this is another platform. A great platform, and I'm talking. Listen to me. You already know the average pain of the Nigerian or a Lagosian, our average pains, the government knows.
Yeah, they are aware.
Yeah, you are aware. You can feel it. That's why it's still on strike. People talk about it every day. It's a pain. People feel it. So you don't need me to come and sit down with you and we are drinking juice or the chop of puff.
The illusion of inclusion. They want you.
God bless you. So it's just photo ops. You already know I've even, apart from talking, that content choke where we don't use address these things, bad road, different things. Focus, just go and take a cue. Don't come and say you want to be taking picture. Wait till my picture and do. Wait till you want to use my picture do.
That's very bold of you, because most people would like jump on the opportunity to.
I wouldn't blame them.
And they would, their intention would seem noble because they can easily claim that they are trying to change the system from within.
Yeah,
but you're not even giving it a chance at all. Yeah. You're just staying away.
You see, so I always say that I would never in my entire life hold any other person accountable by my own standards. Yeah, I've been through something. At least I know the government don't show me pepe. Before I go believe you or you go taste more, you need to show workings, and I go continue to talk because first hand I don't see things, I don't know what they stop. You know, but for some other people, years back, it would have been a thing of honor, great honor for me to sit down with the governor of the state, and they were there's nothing bad in wanting to mingle with, even till now, in wanting to mingle with politicians. It's just because there's now a level of distrust.
There's a track record of them not doing what.
So the people don't trust their government anymore, and they don't want to relate with them. So that's why you find some of us saying, "Look, I beg, they hear me from outside. I don't need to come sit down with you." No, yeah.
Okay. What does it take to like create those 5-minute skits that we see? I know like everybody sees 5 minutes, but what kind of work goes into it?
A lot. First, from the conceptualization of the idea in itself, you know, every day you always have to think of something, you know, because there's pressure from everyone. People, you have millions of followers, and they ask, Macaroni, have to give us something,
and they want it to be better than the last one.
Yes. The last content must be better than the one you just dropped. You know, so that process of, you know, your brain rushing, oh, what can I do again? How can I give them? What do I want to address this time? There's that. That's the rightness. Then production, actually. Well, for Mr. Macaroni Entertainment, production is key, and the people that are a part of the production are well taken care of. I don't do free things. Nobody that has worked with Mr. Macaroni Entertainment will say that he or she was not paid.
And that's in a full shoot, a full production.
Yeah, speaking of paid, I was wanted to ask. Those babes who do your video, then they DM you, they go find them. You know, so you get some, there's a certain spec that you always have. So did they come to you? Did they come to you or do you go to them?
Well, it goes both ways. Okay. Sometimes I have quite a number of friends, popular friends. Yeah. Big friends in the entertainment industry generally, artists, musicians, blah, blah, blah. You know, I say, Macaroni, see this is my friend, you know, and there are sometimes some of them send mails. My production manager will check, oh, okay. And so the truth is, most of them, I don't even have any contact with them. Don't be me go follow you talk. Because, and it's always good for my own sake, you know, because that time you go, say, oh, Mr. Macaroni did. No, you talk to the PM, you finalize with the PM. Some go even say, you want to know, I just want to do it for free. I don't want any money. Tell us how much you want to collect. If the money too much for us, we will negotiate. If it's too small, we go tell you, say, oh, we don't pay lesser than so amount. You know, so
it's a full-on production.
It is as it should be, as it should be, because apart from entertaining the audience and giving them content, you also know that you're creating an opportunity for other people to come on board, different people. I mean, it's okay that we know that government has things that they should do for the people, but we also should be able to do things for ourselves. You understand? And as influential people in society, if you have attained a level of height and God has been gracious to you, why not? Why not give other people a platform as well and help people to grow?
That actually makes a lot of sense because it's like movie roles too, because they get visibility.
It's actually movie roles. Yeah, everybody eats.
There is no greater joy. You see, so when I see Mommy Iwa, I see Motunde, Corex, it's a lot of joy. And when they are getting gigs on their
separate
own,
roles, yeah.
I love it. As a matter of fact, for every artist that is on Mr. Macaroni's platform, you know, and gained maybe visibility from there, I have no business with do your thing, collect your money.
Okay, so where have you got audition now? Let me say, get some. Let me say, I don't want
you
the
are doing well.
I don't want the funny way.
So speaking of all things big bomb, you recently deleted a skit that why did you do that particular one? I know, like I'm sure you've had like plenty delete this one, this so why did you do that particular one?
Because I always bow to opinions that are superior to mine.
Okay.
At the time, I didn't see that video that way. People just think I'm stubborn, but I'm very reasonable. I saw the angle that that particular association came in from, and I looked. So normally in contents like that, why I would not delete other ones in content like that. So it was hospital setting. Girls were dressing very skimpy, and I portrayed them to be nurses, all of them. That was my first mistake. I would have made at least one of them dress the way at least we know nurses do dress. But the problem started when I made all of them dress that way. Then I said, hospital. This is a hospital. Normally my videos. So that video, I've had it for like 3 months before even posting it. My mind didn't just post it. I was telling myself,
there's something.
So, but that particular evening, I was waiting for new contents that we had shot. They didn't come in on time, so I just put it out. And funny enough, it was doing numbers. People were enjoying it. Till I saw that feedback. So I calmed down, I had to read it very well. So normally videos like that, I would have said, I would have used the line where we said it was hospital. Mommy would have said something like, no, I've been to different hospitals and this is not how the hospital, this is not how they dress. If someone had said that in that video, can't delete that for me. But there were a lot of things I did. So I saw the sense in it and I said, look, this is true. I don't want people seeing my content, especially maybe young ones, and they feel, they are going to hospitals where all the nurses dress like that. So that particular opinion was superior and I had to bow to it.
That's very reasonable of you.
Yeah.
So I've seen that.
Yeah. No. Me, if I see something, if I don't agree with them, me, as reasonable as I am, I stubborn.
Yeah.
So I don't go even do like that. I could just ignore you. But for that, it was a good catch.
And that's the only one. That's the only one you ever deleted.
That has to be the only one. No, there was another one too. I did that video to actually address male harassment. No, was it male harassment or female? I had done one video to address female harassment. Very good video. And I wanted to do another one to do male harassment. Yes. So it had to do with girls seeing a guy and fine boy, just tap him.
Yeah.
You know, things they would not take and tap him. And the guy was saying, I don't like it, it's wrong. This is and it made sense. Until I came in and the girls were they reported what happened. And I said, no, if he doesn't want, you're harassing him now, but you can harass me. Or you touch me, you know. So someone, someone pointed that out to me and said, it would have been better if I just left it at don't harass, rather than still saying some men enjoy. So it was like still saying some men enjoy harassment. That was another superior opinion, and I bowed to it. It made a lot of sense, you know. So because I'm very big on messages in my video, as much as you see freaky and everything, which I have no apologies for. If you don't like it, it's fine. But it's a function of imitation. It's what happens every day, except we want to lie ourselves to ourselves. Sure. When you create content and person wants to steal, do you say you should not show the stealing? Or do you say if you want to shoot someone, do you say you should not show the shooting? So but for me, I will show you so that I can correct something. Yeah. You understand? So, but if the content in itself does not now depict that and is showing something else I don't agree with as a person, I'll have to bow to the superior opinion. So
do you like or hate the fact that you have like all these different characters? There's the teacher, there's the guy that goes to the streets to tell people that there's Mr. Macaroni. the fact that the Mr. Margaret is the most popular. Like, how do you put is it candy in the bitter? Like, how do you?
It's a function of our society. We like yama yama, but we like to pretend. People love sex. They love to talk about sex. They love to, but there's so much hypocrisy and they will pretend that they do not. But meanwhile, all they ever do is talk about it and, So I'm not surprised. So, I told you now, the content I was doing before had nothing to do with woman. But the moment I posted that one, can't see the reaction. Oh, yes. So for me, it was growth. I just started to find a way to...
So like put your messages on...
Exactly, to make sure I'm passing across a message. Because my teacher, Professor Ahmed Yerima, in school, Professor Ahmed Yerima, sorry, I always do this. I always brag about my teacher.
Brag.
Professor Ahmed Yerima is former Director General of the National Theatre. He was also former Artistic Director of the National Troupe in Nigeria. As far as theatre is concerned in Nigeria, he's one of the biggest. So he would always tell us that drama must teach. It must not only entertain, it must teach, it must inform, it must educate. Drama must be used as a tool to rejuvenate society. And those, I held strongly to them. So I started out of depression and frustration without having those things in mind. Okay. I ran wild. But when I saw that, oh boy, people, they follow me. I have a platform now.
You now felt responsible.
I now felt responsible. That you cannot have a platform as big as this and not use it to be passing across the right messages. And that's very key for me. So I'm not surprised. I just always do my thing to ensure that they can always pick something.
Does it ever feel like a burden? You want to write skit or shoot skit, you feel like, I must be. Do you ever feel like sometimes you just want to entertain without passing a message?
So, because comedy was never my thing, it doesn't feel like much of a burden. Because sometimes I'm not really putting out content. That's why when I prefer people call me a content creator instead of a comedian, because sometimes my content is not to make you laugh. I just want to create a short video for you. Take it, criticize it as you want, let it talk to you, let it speak to you. But this is my content.
Take the message.
So so sometimes I even shoot some videos that has no ounce of comedy in it. Maybe a video about rape, maybe a video about domestic violence, and people will be finding some of my things. Really, I don't want you to laugh. I just want you to I want that content to purge you. So it's not much of a burden, in fact, so that's why the particular nurse video, people were just, a lot of people were saying, Macaroni, why you delete that video? Video where we don't laugh, that way we enjoy. Forget, just make us laugh, that's what we want. I understand that. Some people just also laugh, and they will not see it beyond that. Yeah. But because of my own person, kind of person that I am, what I stand for, I hold myself accountable to some certain things.
So now the roles are coming and you're busy. What's going on there?
Well, yeah, is the old dream. The old dream.
Most challenging thing you've done recently? I mean, without like maybe spoiling any project or...
Yeah. I think it has to be Hammer. It's not out yet. Yeah. But it's from an MME song. Royal Arts Academy production. I was a drug addict. Okay. It had nothing to do with Freaky Daddy or
acting.
Yeah, serious acting. So it was, I took myself to some places, I don't do drugs, so I had to tap into one or two things to get the reactions right, so that when it comes out, people can see that they don't see Debo or they don't see Mr. Macaroni, they see that character for who that character is and are able to relate to people like that in society. You understand? There was also one we did about a story about Makoko. It's an international project, and I was a politician in that one, but it was mixed with a lot of emotions. I saw firsthand level of suffering of people, and and it pushed me to some dark places. And that was what the director is a foreign director as well. He wanted that. He wanted for me to go to some dark places, you know, to bring out that character. So yeah, so I really enjoy roles that take me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I want. I want to be challenged to do great acting, but I don't always want people to see me and feel I'm a symbol to make them laugh.
Yeah.
No. I'm a symbol. I'm a symbol for so many characters that you can always start from at different times.
I've always wondered, a young person who you don't know say I want to act, what inspired you more? Was it from childhood? Was it more Nollywood movies or more Hollywood movies? It was
Nollywood though.
Nollywood, okay, so from that time, okay, tell me this. What's the greatest Nollywood movie to you? Hollywood and Nollywood.
Yeah,
Isakaba. There was like part 1 to 4.
I watch everything.
Then I want to 4.
For part 1, before part 2 came out, you know it took a while for part 2. Before part 2 came out.
You don't let all the lines finish.
How do you know?
Do you know it took me a while even back then to figure out that Isakaba was Bakasi.
Yeah, backwards,
At
yes.
first I didn't know.
Yeah. Ebube will be talking like this. I'll be following him to say the lines. I'll be acting along with him. So I was on set with Sam Dede recently, Brotherhood. That's coming out soon. And I was like,
yeah, that man.
Legend.
That's Sam Dede do Ijele now. I love that man too.
I just say, because this person will make my childhood be this in lines for you. I go they talk like this, they do the drama. So you know it was movies like that, Ake Apopo, Ake Nakwa, you know, movies they really thrilled me. There was Showery there too. I enjoyed it. You know, then it really made me love acting. Like this thing that they're doing, I can do it, I will do it, you know. So it was.
It shows the power Nollywood actually has, because I've always thought maybe the only American film.
No, that time I don't even know what.
One time when it was only like Nollywood, like they had their.
Yes, now
the golden age of Nollywood.
Yes,
it's now that I don't even say everything. Back then I saw everything. Back then I saw all of it.
I know they watch Hollywood then, and now they watch them. Then even foreign music, then I know they listen. I was real Nigeria in Nigeria, and so now as person can grow, I just they get feel of other places, you know. But it's always been Nigerian stuff.
Yeah, such a multi-layered person.
So final thing for me, I beg, where's the phone that keeps on giving? Like I want to put my account
I look
number.
left, I look right.
I put my account number.
I see no freaky.
Freakies!
I look left, I look right, I look back. I'm only saying.
What's a personal opinion about? Because that thing really happens, though.
Yes.
Apparently, even on like Twitter, there are sometimes when if you want to DM a girl to get her attention at all, just press that for account number. Personal opinion.
Personal opinion. I've never had an opinion on this thing. No, funny enough, but I just feel is a culture that was that has been. It don't become like the way to go.
Yeah.
It don't become the norm, and I think it just pushed us to a point where you feel money can do everything. You understand? So those are the days of midnight call.
Yeah.
When we say cruise, when they follow your babe, stay all night. But now, you go call. Who go answer you? You know. So I mean, it's
what's the highest amount Mr. Macaroni has sent to a babe?
Real life.
Real life and Mr. Macaroni life.
Oh. Freaky Daddy, Freaky Daddy has sent up to 5 million or 8 million. So some people see me outside and say, hey, Freaky.
I beg you. That is Debo. Debo doesn't move like that.
Debo, please. But the truth now is actually Debo does that.
Yeah, because you do love philanthropy.
Not just women, actually.
No, clearly like philanthropy. I mean, you're out there fighting for people's freedom.
I don't know.
That you
I've never just been in that position that I will have and not be able to act. It will never be me. God forbid, it will never be me. I don't know. I strongly believe that for me, that's what my life is about. I must be able to. I don't understand. I cannot be living la vida loca and I don't have people that I'm touching one way or the other. Doesn't work. Doesn't work for me.
And we wish you all the best, man. We want to see you.
Thanks a lot, bro.
We hope you change as much as you want to change. I'm sure people have started asking you if you're ever going to run for office.
A lot. They always ask me. And it's putting so much pressure on me. You know, so I always just say, right now, if anybody thinks this is for political office, I'll say no.
No.
Nah.
I don't think so.
So.
I'm only just wondering what I'd rather see you as. A
lawmaker
or a blown actor. I know you'll be happy as an actor. I'm sure you'll be happy as an actor.
You'll get the fulfillment from there.
I'm very happy doing that. I just feel that what I'm doing as regards to holding our leaders accountable is what every other person should be doing. Although, I mean, I know, you know, the fear factor, oh, Nigeria will deal, if you kill, if you do this one, you know, but I just feel Nigerians need to realize that these people are working for you. That's all. That way we'll stop accepting anything they throw at us. And they too must also start realizing that they're working for the people.
No, they're not okay. You're a hard man. I trust you.
I have one question. Have you been approached by any of these political parties?
So let me share. I shared this in-house too with my people. There was one, of course, I won't give any names. So the offer was crazy. A lot of millions, hundreds of millions. A house and a very nice car. A house in Abuja and a very nice car.
For what? Affiliation?
Yes, affiliation.
To like join party?
Yes, to join an endorsement. To campaign for...
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, the thing about Mr. Macaroni is, Macaroni might not be rich, but Macaroni has always controlled money. Money does not move me. You know, Debo rather. Money does not move Debo as a person. I move money. So the reason why I say I move money is I can have 500,000 naira in my account now, and I see someone that needs that 500,000 naira more than me, and without any this thing I send. So that type of person I would see beyond despite all the project I want to do, I would see beyond that amount. My conscience, I feel the only thing that has bought me is my conscience. I've been bought by my conscience, and I doubt any amount in the world can
Did you feel like if you took that money, you were not going to be free to be yourself anymore?
Absolutely. I can't be. How will you take money from a politician and you think you'll be able to challenge them when they do something wrong? Then apart from that, why are you giving me hundreds of billions when people out there are suffering?
In your constituency, go and say they never chop.
People don't go to school. People can't afford good houses. You know housing costs now for where will they stay. Different people. You know, think about the lives that amount you're giving to one person will better. Then you know that there's a serious problem. And this is how they throw money everywhere. It's painful, but I don't know. I just really hope that one day the people know that they deserve better.
We did your back, man.
There you have it. Thanks a lot, my G.
Thank you, my man. Thank you so much. It was nice to be here.
Are you there?
Mr.
So Macaroni
they said that they're going to freaking my account with 10 million. So when they do, I will share with some of you.
Put your account number here.
All right.